Hello everyone, welcome back to another review video. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing one of the rarest 787s made by Realtoy and distributed by Daron, which is the Star Alliance 787. So I got this plane off of eBay for about $13 in March this year, and $13 is a great price for this plane considering that it is really rare. It also came with a Northwest 747. But I do already have this one. I posted a review video on the playset about a year ago, so I won't be using this one much or really for anything since it is pretty damaged, and the one I have doesn't really have any damage on it, but it is nice to have another one. But like as you can see on the wing, and it's got some paint chipping on the nose and the tail, and then on the undercarriage it's got some paint issues too. I'm not exactly sure how that all happened, but yeah, I won't be using it much since it is pretty damaged, but it is nice to have another one. And I guess it could be worse, like the stickers could be falling off and stuff. But the Star Alliance 787 doesn't really have any damage on it. It had a little bit of damage, but I fixed it with some paint. So anyway, some information about this plane. It was only made in 2010 as a single plane. It was never made as like any kind of play set or anything. And it was only given to Star Alliance employees from what I know of. And it was maybe sold maybe in a couple shops or at the airport or on board some flights, but it was never really sold online or worldwide or anything. And it was only sold for about a year, which definitely does make it really rare. It is an all painted model as well. And there is also a SkyTeam 767, which is basically just like it. There are the three companies that airlines use. I'm not exactly sure how to explain all that. But there is Star Alliance, SkyTeam, and Oneworld. From what I know of, there's not a Oneworld plane. But then again, I could be wrong because every once in a while you see a new Realtoy pop up. So it would be really cool to know if there is one, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised considering that there is already Star Alliance plane and a SkyTeam. I think SkyTeam is a little more rare than Star Alliance, but I don't have any information on that plane, and I don't have it. It would be really cool to have, but like I said, it is a lot more rare than Star Alliance, so, but anyway, so this plane is fully painted, and nothing is stickers or anything. It's all nicely fully painted, printed on. And also one thing I noticed is that it kind of does look different from the other 787s that Realtoy has made. If you look at the windows pattern, it's kind of more lower on the fuselage. Then here I have the newer painted United 787. The windows are kind of a little more less centered. They're a little bit more below, and also they're kind of smaller. They're silver, not like the normal windows where usually they're black, but these ones are silver. And I tried matching it with some other some actual 787s, and the window pattern doesn't really match up with any of the three. So I think it just would be a 787-8 or 9. I definitely wouldn't be a 10, but I'm not really sure what plane it's supposed to match with. But it is a nice model that I'm not sure why Daron made it though. I'm not exactly sure why, but it is really cool, and it's really nice that it is all painted, so you don't have to worry about stickers falling off or anything. But so anyway, starting with the review of the model. Of course, on the front you can see the Star Alliance logo there, kind of small, but then along the whole fuselage in nice big letters is the Star Alliance, which is nice and straight. There's nothing is off-centered or any ink is smudged or anything. It's really nicely printed. And then on the tail there is the big logo for the Star Alliance logo, which when it's big like that, you can definitely see how much detail is on it. It's really detailed, really nicely detailed. There's no registration on the plane or any like specific airline. Usually whenever there's a livery for this plane that an airline has, like they're like United has Star Alliance, so they have a couple liveries. I'm not sure if they only have one or more than one, but they usually have the airline logo somewhere, but this is not for any airline, it's just specifically a Star Alliance plane. But there's no logos on the engines, or there's no registration, nothing. Right there you can kind of see where there was a pretty big scratch on the plane, but I always use model paint, which I think is the best for any kind of plane model, or even any kind of other kind of model, like for cars or anything. I use model paint that I use for like model kits and stuff, which I think it works really well. Covers up the scratches and where you can barely see it, and you put a couple layers on it and it works really good. It's really smooth and it doesn't come off either. So that's always the kind of paint I use whenever someone asks me what paint to use. I'd always suggest using model paint. But I also use some of it on the tail too. Some black on the tail. So yeah, it works really great. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to say that if anyone is wondering. But so anyway, back to the plane. It's also the same on the other side. None of the ink is smudged on the Star Alliance writing, and really nicely detailed. Also, same with the cockpit windows. Nothing is really crooked or smudged, anything. And one of the main differences that you can tell on this plane is specifically more the landing gear. Usually on a 787, the landing gear looks like this, like on the United 787. The landing gear kind of looks like that. I'm not sure exactly why. And then the Realtoy logo is on the wing, which, what's kind of weird about the Star Alliance plane is that the Realtoy logo is normal, like on any other plane. But there still is that little rectangle on the top that you can kind of see. There still is that rectangle for the Realtoy logo, but I don't know, it's kind of awkward. I'm not really sure why exactly it was like that, but I definitely do like the landing gear a lot better when it's normal and not like this kind of crazy stuff there. Normal landing gear on the 787 is kind of the landing gear that looks on some off-brand models, and as well as some really old planes that I think used to be, or are Realtoy planes, but were made before 1993, I think. But anyway, you can also see the manufacturing date on there, which is December 22nd, 2010. So this was made in December. Lots of them are made in December that I know of. So I'm not sure if they are made for the whole year, or only for maybe even a couple months. But, yeah, so the wings are white too. Pretty much, the plane is really just black and white, and silver as well. So it is really nicely detailed, really rare too. There are a couple more planes that are 787s that are really rare, like the Qatar, and as well as the, pretty sure it's the Realjet 787. It's kind of got, like, cars on the stickers. It's not a real model, but it is, that one I'd say is the rarest. But every once in a while you can find this plane on eBay. So like I said before, Sky Team is a little bit more rare, but Star Alliance, you could probably find it maybe every couple months, or sometimes you won't see it for a while. But yeah, new condition, this plane is really cool to have in the box. Just my suggestion though, if you do happen to get a new condition one, my suggestion is to not open it, because it's a lot more rare new in the box. And that's just my opinion, but I really think it's better if you get a really rare plane new condition to kind of keep in the box. But so that's pretty much all for today's video. And yeah, I recently did get the United 787, the newly painted one. Daron recently updated it, so now it is fully painted instead of having the stickers on it. Although the tail sticker, this tail still is a sticker, but I definitely do like it a lot better fully painted, so you don't have to worry about stickers falling off. But so yeah, that's pretty much all for today's video. So thank you guys for watching, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.